morning to you, my children! If there's one thing you should take away from these terrifying tales I tell year after year, it's that monsters should be feared, respected, but also, they have rights too, you know.
Welcome to Kaijumax prison, my children. Although this is certainly no place for children, as can be attested by new arrival Electrogore. The only thing he cares about is finding some way to keep his own children safe. After all, he was only attacking human cities to gather the electricity they need to feed on. The warden of Kaijumax, though, Kang, would love nothing more than to find his children and bring them here too. All kaiju deserve this kind of treatment in his mind. And of course, you'd probably agree if you were to meet the residents of Kaijumax yourself. Mafia leaders like Ape Whale, electricity and uranium addicts. And well, let's not even mention the cryptids. Although there are some who want a better way of thinking, like Mechazon and the other mechanical kaiju, who fight their own programming to become pacifists. But they're not very popular amongst the other residents. As said, Electrogore wants nothing else but to find some way of keeping his children safe. Some way of letting them know what happened to him and to get food to them. He at first is encouraged to get help from the cryptids, though he soon discovers how much of a mistake that was. Some of the kinder human guards encourage him to tell them anyway that it really is not so bad in here, and that the world is changing, that kaiju are not the dominant species anymore, and that it is too complicated for them out there, and they'd better get with the times if they want to survive. But then, who can trust the humans, eh? One's a uranium dealer himself, who also has gambling debts to the Queen of the Moon. The sympathetic human doctor has Stockholm Syndrome with a real nasty monster called Zon. Manipulative, sociopathic, and well, don't turn your back on him near the bathing waterfall. Ape Whale, in the meantime, has been having his own problems. He and his group have ruled over Japan for so long. They are the king of the kaiju food chain. But he has enemies all around him, and his son, Woofy, is quite a bit of a disappointment to him. No aggressive spirit at all. He just wants to play and have fun on the island. And play he does, as he meets up with a small human child who seems to appear and disappear at will. A human child who at first just wants to play, but then wants him to play a prank on Ape Whale by putting some dangerous plants into his drink. And when he finally acquiesces, is a little Boy Scout on his shoulder telling him how to run the mafia he has inherited, by getting them to distrust each other. Things just keep going badly for Electrogore. People he thinks he can open up to and be friends with betray his confidence or take advantage of him, particularly because of his natural ability to produce weapons-grade uranium bubbles from his back. He finally does have something of an ally in the Green Humongo, who has a way to escape involving the electricity he abuses. But why the hassle? The fugitive life is no life at all. Still, Electrogore needs out, and Humongo is happy to help. Does he find his children? Well, that's for next season.
Kaijumax shows us the darker side of giant monsters. Not the human casualties, of course, we all knew about that, but the all-too-human pain inside a giant, rampaging force of destruction.
Ha 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 ha! You're the last piece of my Frankenstein monster! Ha ha ha!